Hello! It's Saturday, the 25th of October, 2025. Welcome along to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be player of games or player of a game. But as always, it's not my story. It's not your story. Today's story is taking the first look at Real Racing 3 Update 13.7 and competing in multiple series within that update. So let's get the game on screen. A bit of audio for the game. John enters the chat on the YouTube side, waves his big pink hand saying hello. Hello, John. Welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. Right, okay, so let's have a look. Now, I wasn't able to stream during the week, which is why I'm doing a special Saturday stream. I could have probably done one yesterday, but I was a bit tired. It was a long day yesterday. Sort of, kind of. Right. So as I said in my sort of like preview for this update, overall a little bit disappointed. It does seem the last four updates have followed sort of like a template. So 8-week schedule, 2 new cars, 8 events in that 8-week schedule. What can you do? What can you do? But let's have a look at some good stuff. So, or try to. So, in terms of my own progress, my percentage completion on road collection has dropped down to 84% from 85%. If we go into season 5, we've got 2 new series, both currently unlocked, both requiring the winning of the car to unlock it. There's only one car in each of those series: Radical Revolution and Future Fast. I will be doing the first event, which is already open. So, Red Tailed Beast. I'll be looking to go through that event on Monday and win the Audi S1 e-tron Quattro, and obviously that will then open up the Future Fast series, which I'll look to play in on the Tuesday. I think also in addition, if I go over to the exclusive side, oh, there we go. And there we see the Audi S1 e-tron Quattro also gets its exclusive series. Not available to me. Don't even have the car. But we will take a look at that on Monday. Oh, excuse me. Just give me a second. Back in a minute. Choking to death here. All right, I'm back. Hopefully, choke free. So, a couple of people have entered the chat on the YouTube side. We've got Nikhil Mukia. Happy to see you. How are you doing? I'm doing okay, thank you very much, apart from the frog in my throat at this moment in time. Hopefully, that will clear up. Lord Night Moon enters the chat and says hello. Hello back. Thank you both for watching. Thank you for saying hello in the chat and asking how I am. I hope as well all of you out there are doing very well on this Saturday afternoon, at least in the UK. Right, so if we just have a quick look at what we've got coming up. So it is, as the schedule suggested, one event a week. Well, there's actually some good stuff potentially. What is interesting though is this week's online tournament and this week's weekly time trial, because both cars both of the top cars in each of those events do have upgrade sales on them. So the Lotus Emira GT4 has 45% discount. That's pretty good. And the Nissan Nismo GTR LM BCNR33, I think it has a 40% discount. Now, again, I own both of these cars. Now, what is interesting this week is the Nissan Nismo GTR LM. If you didn't own the car, it would cost gold to buy it, so I would avoid buying that car. But the Lotus Emira GT4, if you don't own that car, it actually costs M dollars, and it has a discount again of 45%, so it would cost 1.1 million M dollars. So if you don't own that car, it's a good. I don't have a problem purchasing cars for M dollars. So if you don't own it, definitely look at purchasing it with that discount as it's only M dollars. Now, the interesting thing there is there's a number of cars coming up in this 8-week schedule that are cars that are you can buy for M dollars. So my advice in this particular update is, if you can at all possible on a daily basis, try and earn your 250,000 M dollars. So in other words, probably do quite a bit of racing of M dollars to have enough M dollars to purchase those cars with massive discounts. Lord Night Mood says, "Oh my God, stock car is too slow." I guess you're talking about the car that you get with the weekly time trial, which I would imagine will be the Aston Martin Vantage GT4. You can see the difference there between the cars. Now, what I'd like to do is do an assessment on whether or not it's worthwhile upgrading a car. The way that I do that, hopefully the car will be selected. If I go to Motorsports, there we go. The Lotus Emira GT4 has 45% off upgrades. So not only is it 45% to buy it, and it's M dollars, it's 45% off to upgrade it, but it's only in one series. So my advice would be to only upgrade the car to cover off completing this series. So I wouldn't fully upgrade it. I would only upgrade it as far as I need to complete this series. However, if you don't own this car, let me just see if I can remember where it is. I did actually prepare this, which is a nice change, I guess, before starting. Series 4, Round 8. If you go into the Season 5 Championship and then click on the Season 5 Round 2, you'll see in there, was it Round 8? We've got Season 4 Round 8 still available. Now, if you do go and buy the Emira GT4 Limited Series, what it will do is then open up this Limited Series. Now, you can see I've already completed it. But if you haven't had this car and you do decide to buy this car, not only does it allow you to then play in the one series that it's available on, but you'll then have access to the Limited Series. If you completed that Limited Series, you'd earn 50 gold back. Now, you do have to spend a reasonable amount of gold, but then again, there's 45% off all the upgrades. So something to bear in mind if you don't own that car. You not only can you get gold from then competing in the series this car is in, but you can get gold from a limited series this car was in what was it? Season 4, Round 8. So there we go. Quite interesting. Lord Night Moon says, no, not the weekly time trial, the online multiplayer tournament. Oh, right, okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. 42. Oh dear, yeah. Oh, ouch. Ouch. Yes, not very good at all, that one. And unfortunately, the Nissan Nismo GTR LM would cost gold if you don't own it, unfortunately. Now, we will have a look at that in a second, but let me just catch up on the chats. So Red enters the chat and says hello, welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. And TV says, whoa, are the 2025 F1 cars in the game yet? The short answer to that is no. Fingers crossed they'll be in the next release over Christmas, but that's all just rumour and speculation at this stage. Right, let's have a look at this car and see if there's any value in upgrading this. What happened there? Let's go to there. Let's come out. And then let's go into road collection. There we go. Right, okay. So this car is 40%. At the moment, I've got a 26 out of 28. Again, there's no exclusive series, so it looks like it's not worthwhile fully upgrading this car. It's in one series, Japanese track stars, and it looks like I've probably upgraded the car, maybe a little bit more. Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps in that series was 42.3 minimum PR. I've got the car at 42.8. So not entirely sure I needed to actually upgrade it as much as that, but I've gone 5, 3, 5, 3, 3, 3, 4 to upgrade the car so I can complete the series it's in. You're probably not going to get your money back, but if you have got some free money, specifically gold, might be worthwhile doing if you already own the car and you've probably got 21 out of 28 upgrades applied. Okay, let's move on to that initial assessment and yeah, let's do a bit of racing. Now, what I'm actually going to start with is in the motorsports. What I want to do is complete the performance GT racing. See if I can get this all the way to 100%. That'll tell me exactly where I need to apply upgrades. Excuse me. And from there, I'll then do a bit of racing in the weekly time trial. At the moment, I'm in Group D. I'm looking to push into Group C. Ozil enters the chat, says, "Yo, bro, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. What do you feel about this update? Also, I am getting the McLaren 765 LT and Utopia. Is the Audi e-tron worth it?" Well, it's not going to cost a load of money. I did say in my preview that with it costing 750 gold, I reckon you'd have to upgrade it to 375. And by the sounds of it, in terms of cost of gold, by the sounds of it, I'm not far off with that. I'm going to do that particular event on Monday. TV says, "Oh, okay, fair enough." Ozil says, "Or any other car you advise me to get it?" Well, what I would suggest, Ozil, as you've raised that, is there are a number of cars that, in terms of discount, will be motorsports car, and therefore, if they have a discount, if you don't own the car and you want to purchase it, there's an opportunity to do so for M dollars only. So, for example, in this week, the Lotus Emira GT4, you can buy for M dollars, 45% discount. So instead of it being 2 million, it would only be 1.1 million. I think that's worthwhile doing. And as I've said, what it will do, once you purchase that car, it will open up the limited series for that car in season 4, round 8. So again, if you apply some upgrades, I wouldn't fully upgrade it. You can see what I'm going to do in a minute. You'll be able to complete that limited series, which does move quite nicely on to what I'm going to be doing, which is the Motorsports GT4, upgrading that car as much as I need to complete Performance GT Racing. Now, ironically, in a new release, I'm actually not using any new cars or racing in any new series that's been added to the games. The irony of that. Red says, "Will it be worth buying and maxing it out, which will allow me to do the past event and car series and the exclusive series?" Well, this car specifically doesn't have an exclusive series. So what I would do, what if it was me, and this is what I'm going to do, is I would upgrade the car as far as you need to complete Performance GT Racing that it's in. Now, you won't be able to, if you don't own the other cars, you won't be able to complete the series, but you will be able to take it above 75%. But as the opportunity is there, it would make sense, in my humble opinion, to upgrade the car as far as you need to and complete this series as far as you can with that one car. And in addition, you can then go back and complete the limited series. But unfortunately, this car doesn't have any exclusive series, so I would hold off in terms of fully upgrading it. Ozil says, I bought the Lotus Emira, by the way. Very good. Very good indeed. That makes sense, especially if you got that discount. Says, will I get gold from the Lotus Emira series? You will get gold from the limited series in season 4, round 8, and you should be able to do it now. It will remain open, and I believe you will get gold. But Ozil asked, how much gold will it require? I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. Yeah, we'd have to look back at the limited series that I did. I don't think it was cheap. I reckon it would normally have been 350 gold, there or thereabouts. But with 45% discount, it's probably only going to cost you 200 gold to upgrade to free across the board, maybe a little bit less. I don't think that's too bad. I don't think that's too bad. Red goes I'm on about the Peugeot 9X8. Yes. Well, more on that when it appears. When it appears, which he won't do for a few weeks, I believe. But there are a number of cars, a number of motorsports cars over this 8-week schedule that will have a discount to purchase and will only cost $10. So if you don't own those cars, it might be worth taking a look. So Rez says, I believe it's week 3. Let's have a look. I think it's a bit later than that. It looks like it's week 5. Yes, it's week 5. So a bit to go for the Peugeot 9X8. But I obviously will be covering that off when it becomes available. Ozil says, should I do it? I mean, I've got 1,500 plus gold and enough for McLaren and Utopia. Solus GT will get a discount too. Will you do it? I don't think it does, actually. I don't think it does. I don't think Solus GT has a discount coming. But it might do in the future, but not in this release. There you go. Lord Nightmoon says it's 210 gold in terms of upgrading the Emira. That's not bad at all. Right, let's do a bit of racing. Enough talking. Let's get racing. Now, what I'm going to do is, because this is a... That's a bit loud. Because this is a motorsports car, you can upgrade it immediately by spending $M. So a lot of focus will be on this car to get it upgraded as much as I need to complete the series, and then doing a bit of weekly time trial. Okay, already in first. So the thing about what I will say about this update is at least the choice of cars does mean there's potentially things to do in the game, because there are cars that are relatively new to the game. Oh, I'm a little bit lost there. Relatively new to the game, and therefore you can upgrade it and open up exclusive series if the cars have them, or complete existing series. So I do think with it only being 2 cars, it's disappointing in terms of new cars. But I am liking this 8-week schedule in terms of weekly time trial and online multiplayer tournament in terms of the cars that are going to be in those events. And I've just had an absolute terrible start there. Got myself out of position and real possibility of going out. But I am in 4th as well. No, I'm in 3rd. Oh, it's not a complete disaster then. Okay, let's see if we can overtake second. Gotta get this right. There we go. I might not get first, you know. Yeah, I'm not going to get first. Second is good enough though. In terms of being able to open up the next tier. So I'll leave that there and come back to it. Ozil says, I've got the black Emira. Looks damn good. Yellow is yuck. Well, you don't get the choice, unfortunately. So, like, for example, if I was to go, oh, does it look good? This is the problem. If we go into the next race, and before I race, so into the speed snap, and if I look at the paint, go, ooh, there are two official colours. Well, there is no black per se. There's a yellow and a horrible blue colour. But you see there, it costs 16 gold. Yeesh. Not going to be doing that in a rush. Gold is far too precious for me, even if I've got over 3,000. Right, speed snap at Circuit of the Americas, national circuit, 140 miles I've got to beat. Let's see how we get on. Oh, I've messed that up. Oh, I've completely messed that up. I'll get it right next time. Still getting there. Still trying to get into the zone. I managed to finish third. I'm not even going to worry about it. I've done enough to open up the next tier. So Red asks, will it be worth buying and maxing the Peugeot, which will allow me to do 2 series and round 8 event with it because it will cost me 750 gold? It's a lot. If you've got the gold, it's worthwhile doing. If your target is completion or completing it series, then it's worthwhile doing, and I'll be doing it. But as you said, it is expensive. So if you're a little bit tight on gold, you've got to pick and choose which cars to do it on. Ozil says, I've got plain black though. Oh, that's weird. That is strange. Don't understand that. No idea why. Aaron C. John says, hello back. Welcome along. Good to see you. Says, is there any way to get hold of the R33? R33 LM so I can upgrade it for the upcoming limited series. Do you have to buy it to apply upgrades, or can you just apply upgrades on a car you don't own if it's in the sales? Can you do that? I'm not sure is the honest answer. But if you could do that, that is what I would do. Just apply the upgrades even though you don't own it. Waiting for that then series to come along and win that car. But otherwise, yeah, you're sort of buggered otherwise, aren't you really? Right, okay, so 69.7 is the minimum PR around the West Circuit at Suzuka. It's a cup race of 8 laps. My minimum PR, my current PR is 69.9, good enough to enter the race. I just need to finish third or above. And Red says you can't. Yeah, you've got to, I think you've got to do a calculation then of what works best, because it does cost you gold, unfortunately. So is the gold that it costs you? Yeah, honestly, I don't. Yeah, I'm just working out in my head. I don't think it makes much difference. So I don't think there's a great deal in it. So I probably would just wait to win the car, unfortunately. Yeah, see again, they've tried another car available to win cheaply, but they've got the schedule wrong, so you can't take advantage of it. Okay, so I'm in 6th place on lap 1. Sort of still getting used to driving. I've been doing a little bit of driving last week, but not as much. I'm a little bit out of practice. Whee! Whoa! There's an example. Let's pause it there. There's a few comments in the chat. It also says, do you have the McLaren 765 LT or Utopia? Is it good? It looks good though. I have both of those cars. If I remember, I shall show you in between races. Aaron C. John says, anyway, to get that car as a loaner car. Oh, any way to get that car as a loaner car? No, not if it's top. Red says it will take around 470 to 480 gold, which includes buying the car and maxing it. I wouldn't max it. It's got no exclusive series. I would just take it up as far as you can to complete the series it's in. Melvin Lee says, the Fifth Guardian, which car would you fully upgrade on the weekly time trial online multiplayer 1 to 8? Well, for me, it's all to do with the cars that are available in series that are not yet completed, and specifically full upgrading if they're on if they have exclusive series. And I've actually highlighted for myself 6 cars in this release. Of which 2 of them will be next week. Those being the Hennessy, is it the Venom P5? And the Ligier motorsports car, the only one in the game. Both of those cars have series I've not yet completed and exclusive series. So that's going to cost me an absolute fortune next week. But that'll be discussed next week. But those 2 cars I'll be looking to fully upgrade in week 2. Oh. So John, Aaron C. John has asked, can you show your upgrade for Emira? Indeed I can. Indeed I can. In fact, that's the whole point of doing the series first, getting the series completed, and then we'll have a final upgrade. Now I'm going to go down a different pack, so I won't be doing the cheapest option. I'm going to be doing the option that gives this car the most speed, thinking of the opportunity of getting into Group C, getting an additional extra 25 gold, without there being an equivalent cost, is my train of thought. Oh dear, I'm all over the place with this car. Again, second will be enough to win, to open up the next tier. As I say, it's all about ascertaining the maximum PR I need to complete this car. Okay, so I'm halfway through this cup and I'm in second place, but first place is storming off into the big lead. This car isn't as grippy as I was hoping it would be, but it's been a while since I've raced it. Okay, slowly but surely closing that gap. And you know what? We might catch back markers, and that might help me out. Because for some reason, whether or not it's a computer opponent or a copy of a human opponent, they always seem absolutely rubbish at overtaking back markers. So let's hope that's the case here. 3 laps to go after this, second place. Okay, so do you see what I mean? Straight away, the leader has been slowed down by the back marker. I, however, have also been slowed down. I've got 2 laps left. Second place, 200 yards behind first, but we are catching up back markers, so hopefully that'll work to my advantage. Here we go. Okay, 2 laps left. Seventh lap. Oh. There we go. Into first. As always, back markers come to the rescue. Apparently it's a feature in the game, not a bug. Kind of glad it's there. Oh, there we go. That's first. 1 lap to go. 100 yards now ahead of second. I've caused some damage to the car though. Final lap, 140 yards ahead of second. Here we go. Bring it home. First of the stream. So Ozil says, see, the black Emira is first. Well, he was. Melvin Lee says, what about the Peugeot 9X8 hypercar? Yeah, that's week 5. So I probably will be looking to fully upgrade that as it allows me to release the exclusive series that car is in. There are quite a few. As I said, I've got 6 cars in in mind over the next 8 weeks. So the ones that I've got highlighted, if I can find them on my notes. I work in IT, but I like using pen and paper. So I've Lotus Emira GT4. I'll just upgrade as much as I can to do the series. The Hennessy Venom F5. I'll fully upgrade to complete the series it's in and the exclusive series. I've already got the VW IDR fully upgraded. The Honda Civic Type R, that's in week 5. I'll be looking to not fully upgrade it as much as I need to, and then after that, the Porsche 911 GT2 RS Club Sport 25. And I'll be looking to fully upgrade that, so I open up the exclusive series and I complete the series it's in. So that's those on there. And then on the cars that are in the online multiplayer, I've got the Ligier JSP 320, fully upgrading that, so I open up the exclusive series and complete the series it's in. And as you suggested there, the Peugeot 9X8 hypercar, again, fully upgrading it, so I can complete the series it's in and open up the exclusive series. Ozil says, patch notes aren't enough. Guy makes his own notes. Yes, I do. Yes, it's all about the prep work, my friend. All about the prep work. Aaron C. John says, the road version of this car has better grip. Which is a bit surprising, really, because it's got a great big massive spoiler on the back of it. But the other car, the road car, is very slow in terms of acceleration. Now, you see there, I've got to service it. So I will service it for free, but we're not going to wait 3 hours. Fingers crossed. There we go. Oh, I could have done endurance, maybe. Oh, well, never mind. Right, okay. So I'm just going to focus on 70.8, upgrading this car by instantly servicing it, spending $29,500 M. It's just M. Look at that, Lime Rock Park, 12 laps. So I'm at 69.9 and I need 70.8. So I've already got engine fully upgraded. Now I did that because one of the upgrades was M, so I was saving myself some gold. But all the other available updates are M. So we've got drivetrain at 58, body at 52. Suspension at 52. I'm not going to go with suspension. Brakes at 41. Now, I could do brakes. Now, the cheapest option is brakes and tyres and wheels. That is the cheapest option. But I'm not going to do the cheapest option because I want to get into Group C. So I'm actually going to go with drivetrain and body, just because it's not the cheapest option, but I think that gives me the best option to get into Group C. So now I'm well above. Now being well above, if I go over to, I'm going to leave that there for the moment. We will come back to it. What I'm going to try and do now, is in the weekly time trial, see if I can get this car into Group C. Now, there is one problem. I'm limited by drive tokens. But let's give it a go. Oh, it's not come up with the shadow. Well, that's disappointing. I've got no idea how I'm doing to what I did before. And quite often I'll end up being slower. Always like a shadow to race against. So who knows where I'm going to end up finishing? Will I be faster or will I be slower? Who knows? It's not really the question of the day, but it is a question. But probably cost myself there. Yeah, so that might mean I'm slower. Let's have a look. No, I'm slightly faster. So if I can go 0.2 seconds faster with an error, I'm pretty sure I can get into Group C. Aaron C. John says, that's the upgrade path I also did. Very good. That's what I like to hear. Lord Night Moon says, first corner you can go full throttle as you can. Right, I shall give that a go. Aaron C. John says, you can go flat out through the first corner. Yeah, I think you both said the same thing. Let's give that a go. So I'm pretty close to getting into Group C. Let's see if I can get there. 2 attempts before I've run out of tokens. I'm always a bit worried about it. I'm always a bit worried about it sliding, and it almost did. That's what I was worried about. All right. So how we get on. What a mess up. Okay, so I'm a little bit quicker. I always put this thing close, don't I? Never make it easy for myself. Okay. I'm half a second up, and I believe that will be enough to get into Group C. Just got to keep there now. There we go, a second up. I think that might be enough to get into Group C. Let's see if that is the case. There we go, into Group C with a car not fully upgraded, but has significant upgrades on it. Okay. So we're going to leave the weekly time trial there. I've done what I always do, get into Group C, not even this time with a fully upgraded car. And I think I'm relatively safe because I'm well into Group C there. So where am I overall? Let's have a look. 8,000th. Now, normally I can get up to about 5,000. So there's probably some improvement to be had, to be fair. And I did skid. So maybe a 133 I can get up to, just like Aaron C. John in the team, but he's a whole second quicker than me. So there we go. Similar upgrade path, 71.3. I'm 71.4. But there we go. Literally I would be saying to everyone in this team, buy the Lotus Emira GT4 as it's M dollars to purchase it. 1.1 M dollars. Got to be worthwhile doing and applying at least the first level of upgrades. And indeed, I would go further because, as I said, it will. If you purchase the car, it will open up the limited series that existed in um, Championship 4 series round 8, as well as the series this car is in. So it's definitely worthwhile doing if you don't own the car. James Mabinda says, "Hi, I'm in Group C with all threes. Well done, James. Well done indeed." Ozil says, "Can you see how much gold we get from limited series?" Yes. The limited series gives you a total of 50 gold. But what I don't know might happen as well is depending on if I go, like, for example, into round 8. If I go into round 8, what I don't know what might happen is I don't know if you own VP rewards as well for that limited series, and that might take you to a reward that is gold as well. So I don't know. Obviously, it's all down to each individual. You'd have to go into season 4, round 8. I'll give it an example because I think there we go. So for example, round 1, season 5. I've only got up to 82%, but if I go into it, I have got the limited series for the Ford Puma Rally 1 Hybrid available to me, and it's telling me I get VP rewards if I complete the series. So you should have that available as well in Season 4, Round 8. So on top of the 50 gold that you'll earn from completing the limited series, you might get a gold reward with the VP rewards that limited series will earn you by completing it. Ozil says, as a reminder, the McLaren LT 765 LT and Utopia. Red says, I've just got into Group C. Well done, Red. Another one joining us in there. Aaron C. John says 765 LT is actually a really good car. It's almost like the P1. Well, the P1. We'll get onto that a little bit later. So, let's go into garage. Let's have a look first at McLaren then. So we're talking the McLaren. Now, I tell you what threw me. There are two very similar sounding names. There's the 675 LT and the 765 LT. So let's just go through and have a look. So there we go. The 675 LT, which isn't the car you're talking about. And we've also got the 765 LT somewhere. There we go. This is a lovely car. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So yeah, we'll look forward to racing that. And what was the other car? The other car was the Utopia. I think that's a Pagani, isn't it? The Pagani Utopia. Let's have a look. I think I've got this fully upgraded as well. There we go, the Pagani Utopia. Right, I need to go back to the 765. I'll show why in a minute. So, again, this one looks absolutely stunning. But in terms of the series this one is in, it's only in Season 3, and obviously it's exclusive series, so it's not a lot. But from what I remember of the McLaren, that's in quite a few series. Go all the way to the end. There we go. Look at that. So potentially, when this particular event comes up for this car, and you win that car, you've got the real potential of opening up a number of series. especially if you're relatively new to the game. So it's a good car. It's a good car to win potentially. I can't remember when that is. It's in a few weeks' time, I believe. In fact, do you know what? Let's just have a look in the Season 5 Championship. Is it track day? There we go. I believe that's it. So 20 days' time is when that one becomes available. Right, okay. So I've completely lost my train of thought, what I was doing. So let's just have a quick look at the chat. So Melvin Lee says, this update version, it's okay. It's not bad. Yes, but the thing that makes it good is the schedule, not new stuff in the game. But I do agree with Melvin there. Ozil says, worth it. Should I max it out? Question mark. So my advice is always do enough to win the car and save maxing it out for when there's a discount applied to it, which may or may not be anytime soon. Ozil says, I think that much series will give me a ton of gold. Hopefully, yes. Red says, is the Solus GT going to be on discount? Not on this release because it's not in either a weekly time trial or a online multiplayer tournament. But speaking of multiplayer tournament, that's what we'll do next. But what it is in is a time trial competition. But unfortunately, cars in time trial competitions don't tend to have discounts applied to them. But you know, that's just how it is. We have got Christmas coming up. You never know. There might be a set of discounts available over the Christmas period, and maybe that car will be included. Or maybe it won't be. Right, so I've not done any online multiplayer tournament at this stage. So I haven't actually set a score. Now, because I do it week in, week out, typically my default rating will be 400, unless there's a disaster. So I'm not too worried about the tracks in play. So I'm going to have a go with the Nissan Nismo GTR LM. I've got 26 out of 28 upgrades. That should be good enough for early on. I'm not going to be applying any more upgrades to this car. And the reason being is because I've completed all the series it's in, and it obviously hasn't got an exclusive series. So, oh, look at that, straight in. Right, oh dear. So I think, at the very least, I'm going to get third based on the other cars racing against me. Let's go. How many? I've got 2 laps as well. And these cars are slower. So I've just got to remember where to brake. Say third. Look at that, I'm in third. Oh. Somebody's had a hissy fit and left the race. Notice it's never somebody in front having a hissy fit. Isn't that weird? Almost got second. Okay, probably need to be at least 30 to 50 yards ahead to guarantee that second, just because there's always a lag. on the online gaming. Don't think I'm going to catch first. That's fine. Need to get this corner right. There we go, 40 yards ahead. That should be enough to get second. So Ozil says, oh, so there isn't any discount on the Solus GT. Okay, then no worries. I'm afraid not. Truinghoff says, I don't know what he says. Ozil says that guy is flying. Anyway, welcome along, Truing. Good to see you again. And Analyzer Jr. says hi from Brazil. Well, welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hi in the chat. Okay, what are we doing? So we finished second. That's not too bad. 86 rating points. We'll exit out just to see how many points we've got. Suspect it'd be 4 gold, 586 rating points. Let's have another race. See how we get on. Match pretty quickly there. Right. 1, 2. Well, yeah, there's a few more of my type of car, so it's going to be a push to get into top 3, I reckon, but we'll see. Okay, believe it or not, I'm still in the first place. I'm quite surprised by that. This car is actually quite grippy. Somebody's left the race because they're having a hissy fit. Didn't like being in last place, no doubt. Okay, I am still in first, although I'm only 10 yards ahead, so I'm probably not really first. Let's see if we can improve that margin. 2 cars quite close behind me as well. I might have messed up on that corner there, never mind. Oh, there you go, found the skid. That's what I'm good at, finding the skid. Not sure that's a talent though in this game. Alright, I'm still in first place. That's not too bad at all, if I can stay there. Possibly not. I'm only 30 yards ahead. Might be close getting first there. Oh, I see. So Turing's obviously complaining about the fact that the discount on this car is only available before the series. Not a lot you can do though, is there? I'm afraid. I do actually think the planner doesn't quite understand how this game works. I mean, the planner in EA. um, Turing Uffney says, "I wonder when EA do listen to community." Well, I don't think they do anymore. And to be fair, I think EA have very little input. I think it is whoever the developers are nowadays, and I can't remember who they are. Oh, right. So Analyzer Junior says, "Is he using a gamepad?" No, I am using. So I've got the game running on an iPad, and I am using uh, AirPlay to connect to the iPad to an AirPlay receiver on my laptop, and then I'm obviously streaming what you're seeing on screen. So sometimes you do find the resolution does drop. It's just an issue, unfortunately, with AirPlay. There we go. First, 112 rating points. Might leave that there just for the moment. I always find when you do race after race after race, the players get harder. But if you like, I've got 6. If I now stop and race again tomorrow, normally the first race, good opportunity to get some more points. But I'm happy with that as it is in 6th place with a car not fully upgraded. More than happy with that. And with a car also not fully upgraded, weekly time trial in Group C. Mission accomplished there. So what I'm going to now do is go back to motorsports. I'm going to go back to motorsports. Do I want to carry on with GT4? I suppose I do, from the point of view the car does need, still has durability left. But maybe I'm not overly bothered about completing that today. So we'll do the speed snap first, see if we can get first place. There we go. Turing's got it. If I remember rightly, I'm using an iPad to play the game and live stream it. Indeed, I am. Indeed, I am. Let's see how we do. Gotta get this corner right. Okay, that's better. There we go. First place quite easily at that time. So let's do the elimination again, just to complete tier 19. And if I run out of durability, so be it. The series will be back on Tuesday. How do you think then? Okay, into 4th, that's alright. So we can get into 2nd. There we go. I think I did get into 1st by this corner last time, but then I had a massive skid and had all sorts of problems. There we go. Easily into 1st. Just got to stay there now. And that's easier said than done with me. Oh, here we go. Almost had the same problem. Five cars left in the race, and first, but only by 30 yards. Let's see if we can extend that lead. Now that I've got used to this car, it's, you know, it's not bad. It's all right. Oh, there we go. Okay, guaranteed a podium. I want to do better than second though, having got second last time. Two cars left in the race and 40 yards ahead. Don't think I can get caught now. There we go. Oh, it didn't quite overtake me. Never mind. But I still won. Analyzer Junior says, I'm playing with an Xbox controller and it's so good. All right, okay, interesting. Turing Hufnig says, the game just always repeats events like 2 to 3 game mode in one section and long events with goals to complete. Very boring. Where's the Real Racing 2 setup gone? Did they forget they made Real Racing 2? Well, to be fair, it probably was a completely different set of developers. So, short answer to that, I'm afraid, is yes. Analyzer Junior says, "Wow, perfect turns. He's good. I'm all right. I'm not bad. I'm just okay. I'm better than average. Let's put it that way." Right, the car does need servicing, but we'll have one go at the endurance, because sometimes you can get a bit lucky on endurance. Now, I reckon if I took the game offline, I'd only need 6 point whatever, but so endurance might be a bit long, but we'll give it a go. Let's see what we've got to beat. Yeah, 13 miles. I don't see me getting 13 miles. Not with a car that needs servicing. But we'll give it a go anyway. Just a bit of fun on a Saturday afternoon. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, stay behind this car. I want to maximise my 10 seconds. Almost. I can't see me getting 13 miles with a car that needs servicing, but we'll give it a go. So I'm going to go flying down here. I'm going to go off track, cut him out, cut out the corner. Alright, so we're almost at 2 miles. So another 11 miles to go. I'm going to stay behind this car so I can maximise the seconds added once I pass the finish line. There we go, 86 seconds. I'll overtake him now. Get behind these two guys. Overtaken, I'll stay behind him. Well, you know what, there's plenty of cars in front of me. Still don't reckon I'm going to get 13 miles though. There we go, got 3 miles on the clock. Only another 10 to go, or should I say 3 miles on the scoreboard. There we go, 3.5. Oh, I didn't do it that time though. Made a right mess of that there. Overtaken of a car until the lap has finished. 2 laps done. By the looks of it, another 4 more laps to go. So what's that? That is 4.5 miles. 85 seconds was on the clock. Let's overtake this guy now. Let's hope the cars to overtake are still plentiful. Ozil says, after your stream, I am doing the Lotus Limited Series event. Very good, 3 across the board. Very good, best of luck. I mean, you've already won the car, so it's just earning that gold. And hopefully, through the VP rewards you get, you might earn a bit more gold. That'd be nice. And you see, look at that. I'm into 4th, but now I've got to do another 7 miles before I get into 3rd. So I don't think that's going to happen. Starting to make a few mistakes as well. Cars are drying old. That would have been enough to get 1st if I'd had taken the game offline. I'm on the 4th lap, but I need to do 6 laps. Well, I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, there we go. 8 miles on the scoreboard. Quick, take the corner out. 2 cars ahead of me though. We'll have those. We probably need those to do the next lap. Okay. Seconds on the clock still. 9 miles on the scoreboard. I'm gonna catch this car. I think I need to overtake this car to have any chance of getting to the end of this lap. Like that won't help. I am going to try and cut this corner though. There we go. Okay, 10 seconds. Probably still not going to make it. Shame. So with a car needing servicing, oh, I did almost 11 miles. Oh, that's a shame. I don't think that's a bad outfit with a car needed to be servicing. Going Ufney says that Lotus is using the F1 car sound. Yeah. Analyzer Junior says it's Laguna Seca. Yeah, I kind of like that track. I'm a big fan of Laguna Seca. I had more respect for the track once I took all the assists off. Because it's a good track to test your skills on. But as you saw there, with the car needing servicing, I can only manage 4th. So we'll service the car, end of that car for today, but it will be back on Tuesday's stream. Now the good news is even though I've got no new series to race in, I did spend some money to fully upgrade two cars in the exclusive series. The McLaren 650S GT3. So the reason why I did that is that particular series, exclusive series, is going to earn me 250 gold, and I only had to spend 275 gold. So I thought it was worthwhile doing. The McLaren P1 GTR, to fully upgrade that, I think it cost me something like 375 gold, and I'm going to get back 152-ish gold. So again, not a massive amount of expenditure there. And with all that in play, I've still got over 3,000 gold. So pretty happy at the moment. And on three of these exclusive series today, possibility of earning some gold. So let's start with the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat. All I'm going to do is go left to right because I don't think I've got any cups left to do. There we go. So it's just left to right, doing all the races, see how far we get. I don't think I'm going to get to 100%, but I definitely expect to get to 75%. Let's see how we get on. Not very well. I might be wrong, but I feel like the view on this car is different from the other ones. Oh, it's terrible. Still managed, though, to get first place. No idea how there. First by quite a bit, but we'll take that. We'll take that. Always happy to get first, and to get first easily. Right, next, drag race, 68% currently at. It always makes me laugh to tell you what circuit it's at. I mean, it really doesn't matter, it's a drag race. There we go, that's first. Two more drag races to go to get proper first. Plenty of gear changes on this particular car. There we go. First it is. Okay. That should be 70%. Tier 2 completed, up to Tier 4. We've got a head-to-head and a speed snap. So we'll start with the head-to-head at the short circuit at Hockenheim Ring. One lap, as all head-to-heads should be. A bit of a slide there. Yeah, this car's a little bit tricky on the old grip. It's good fun, nonetheless. Oh, hello, here we go. First loss now. lost it now. Brother. There we go. First returned. Okay, managed to hold on for first, albeit with bumping him out of the way when he was first. Analyzer Junior says, do you play simulators? Probably not is the answer to that question. Like iRacing? No, I haven't. The reason why I play mainly Real Racing 3 is it's a game you can pick up, play a bit, and then put it back down again. So sometimes the PC games, people end up playing for hours on end. This is a game you can pick up, do a little bit of racing, and then put it back down to play another day. That's the main reason why I kind of like this game. Plus, obviously, there's a an objective, which is to get 100% completion, which is always good, and it's achievable, which is also very good. Right, so Tier 4 Speed Snap at the Bridge Grand Prix circuit at Silverstone. Now this will be interesting because this car skids like I don't know what, so this might be a little bit hard. See what I mean? That car was literally skating there. Okay, but we did get first. That might be 75%. 74%. Okay, so Tier 6 Autocross at Laguna Seca. I do like Laguna Seca. 30 seconds I've got to do it in. Oof. I am going to do the old cut the corner out just to make absolutely certain of victory. I don't get penalised, so my view is it's got to be allowed. But look at this car, look at the grip on this car. It's appalling. No idea where I am. I do actually believe I came first there. 29.9997. And I believe 30 seconds was second. So there we go. 30.906. So we're actually almost a second ahead. There we go. 75% and 30 gold. Gold total up to 3,068. Okay, let's see how far we can get along. We're not worried about not completing this series today. It will be back, hopefully to be completed on Tuesday, but let's see how far we can go. Head-to-head national circuit at Circuit of the Americas, 1 lap. Let's go. Pause. Back in 1 moment. I'm about to cough. All right, I'm back. Whew. Right. 1 lap. Into first. Tiptoe around the corner. Oh dear. A little bit off there. Slightly better at that corner. Acceleration I put on too early there, hence the skid. Nevertheless, I'm 200 yards ahead a second, so it's looking like a victory. Happy with that. Whoa. All right, there we go. First. Tier 8 completed, 77% completion. Okay, Tier 9, we'll start off with the autocross at the Hill Circuit at Dubai. 19 seconds, it's a quick one. Not a chance. Okay, this one's a bit challenging. I did brake too early and then I tried to put the acceleration on way too early. So late braking and later on the acceleration out of that corner. Only got 4th. Pretty sure I can improve on that. Let's try again. There we go, that's a little bit better. There we go, 19.4 seconds. First place. That's what I like to see. Speed snap at the Grand Prix circuit at Circuit de Catalunya. Got to do 107, let's call it 118 miles per hour. I'll just tiptoe around this corner. I did get to 118. I think that's therefore the first. Yes, there we go. First. There we go. All right. Okay, we've been racing for an hour and a half. A little bit more racing still to come. 81%, Tier 9 completed. Tier 11, have we... Do you know what? Is there an outside chance I might complete this? I think there might be, you know. Okay, so Tier 11, drag race. That was close, only 7 yards ahead. fairness, this is a half decent car to have a drag race with, because at least you've got plenty of gear changes. Guaranteed second. Let's see if we can get first. So Analyzer Junior says, sorry to ask, do you like football? I used to like football. I just find nowadays all the players are prima donnas, so I've sort of gone off it a bit. But I did used to enjoy watching it. It's not like I dislike football now. I'm just sort of like I can take it or leave it. But I do like watching good football. I just don't like. I'm not no longer impressed with the Premier League. It's not as good as it used to be. The quality is not as good. Yeah, but I did used to love football. Right, what am I doing now? From what I'm doing. What am I doing? Speed record. Ah, right. Okay, so this one, because the fastest part of the track is at the end of this straight, I'm going to start from way back behind the start line. I suppose another thing as well, I mean, I don't know what it's like in Brazil, but the problem nowadays in the UK specifically is footballers are always bringing politics into it, and it's like, if I'm watching football, I want to get away from life, so stop bringing life into it. So, yeah, that's another thing that puts me off. Just play football, and they don't play it that good anymore either. Oh dear, made a right mess of that. So hopefully that's not the same in Brazil. Oh, come on. There you go. Oops, a daisy. So I did get first, but I did have to headbutt the wall at the end of the straight. But I did get first. And you can see there why I did what I did, because I only just got it. 197 to get first. It's a bit of a sneaky way of doing it, but it works. Okay, there we go. On to the lower level of my durability, 85%. Also to do in tier 13, the speed snap around the Indy circuit at Brands Hatch. Now this one will be tough with this car because it means speeding up going around going around a slow corner, and this car, it does feel like you're skating on ice. I do enjoy this car, it's fun, but it's difficult to control. Don't think I've done it. No. I thought that might be difficult. This is a tough speed snap for this car, specifically on this track. But I'm sure I can improve. So let's see if we can. One option is just to, because I had to slow down, is to go slower at the beginning. Ooh, that might be better. Ooh, 164. There we go, first. Ooh, that was close. Analyzer Junior says, can you suggest other good Android games? Sorry, my English. Well, your English sounds fine to me. Can I suggest other good Android games? Hmm. I don't know is the honest answer there. I actually don't know. Do you know, it's funny. On the iPad, this is probably the only game I play. Just about. Other gaming that I would do, ironically, would be on my PC. And it would be through my Steam account. So I do actually have lots of Steamer games. So the sort of games I normally like playing, other than racing games, are platform games or puzzle games. So games like Portal and Portal 2 are the sort of games I like to play on my PC. So I don't know what really to suggest for Android, but if you ask that question in the chat, I'm sure people in the chat can respond and advise you the sort of games they play. Chat's pretty good at stuff like that, so fingers crossed you might get a response. But I'm sorry, I don't know because on portable devices, this is pretty much the only game I play. 87% completed. On to tier 14. Next up, head-to-head at the international circuit at Silverstone. Oh dear. It might be touch and go. I might complete this series. I might not. Not sure. Oh. Okay, that is first place, 100 yards ahead of second. Just got to bring it home. Gentle around this corner. There we go. That is first place. There we go. Ozil responds, says football games are PES and FIFA Mobile, basically. Nothing crazy. So what I do sometimes is in some of the recommendations in the game, it allows you to play other games that gives you gold rewards in this game. Sometimes I do that just to get a bit of gold, extra gold, because I need it. But as I said, normally I like puzzle type games. Autocross next at the National Circuit at Red Bull Ring. Keep the old brain ticking over. That's why I kind of like this game. It's not just about racing. There's a little bit of a strategy to it. I definitely don't have the best racecraft out there, but I think with the strategy aspect, it means I can pretty much do most things nowadays in the game, apart from finished first there. 4th only. We'll be doing that one again then. Let's try that again. Retry. 29 seconds this time to beat. So a lower target. Let's see though if we can improve ourselves. Here we go, 28 seconds. That should mean first place. 28.724. Not sure that would have been enough to get first on my previous go, but it is good enough to get first on this go. A little bit of durability left. One, two, three, 4, 5. Do you know what? I think we're just gonna run out of durability, but we'll keep going. Speed snap next at Le Mans. 180 miles to beat. Ooh. Pretty sure though, if I don't complete it today, I will get this completed on Tuesday. I messed that up. I messed that up and I was only 5 miles per hour off getting first, but 5 miles per hour was enough to take me all the way down to 7th. So let's try that again. This pretty much guarantees I won't be completing this series today. Fine, I don't mind that. Ooh. There you go, that's better. We should do it quite easily this time. There we go, 183 miles per hour. 6 miles per hour quicker. Analyzer Junior says, I'm curious because you have gamer skills. Well, I have played games all my life. I'm a little bit of an older guy. I remember playing the original PlayStation games. But again, I used to play racing games and puzzle stroke platform games. So I like the balance between skill, speed, and strategy puzzle solving. 92%. Tier 18 we are on. Next up, speed record at the junior course at Monza. I think the fastest part of this lap is actually the other side, but I might be wrong on that. Let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. I'm going to slow down with the intention of speeding up this straight here up to the parabolica curve. Might not be enough. Might be another attempt where we start flying off the track. There you go. Whoops-a-daisy. Oh dear, look at that. I think I might have even damaged the door there. Wow. Didn't break the windscreen though. There we go. First place. First place. Not sure we're going to get up to... In fact, there we go. We'll service the car there. Should be able to complete that series, as I said, on Tuesday. That'd be good. So we'll move on to the next exclusive series, which is the Audi TT RS Coupe 2019. Currently sitting at 40%. I'm hoping to take this to well, just above 50%, and oh, it's only 10 gold, but 10 gold are better off in my pocket than somebody else's. I think what I'm going to do, let's have a think. Yes, let's do elimination. I'm going to do elimination or any sort of like single lap races that are available. And you notice there, I've still got the time trials to do. So I think between those sets of races, I should be able to get over 50%. Little sneaky corner into fifth. See if I can overtake fourth. There we go. Into fourth, possibly third. Oh. That's slipstream second. It's all the way down this long corner. This long straight, rather. There we go, first already. Overtook both of them on that corner, a little bit cheekily. To be safe there. This definitely handles better than the Dodge, but I also feel like at any point I could slide this very easily. Okay, 4 cars left in the battle. Oh. Definitely got a podium. And first by 200 yards as well, so that's looking pretty good. I did brake too early there, but never mind. Still in first place. 4 seconds left. I'm going to brake because I think I'll win. There you go. Bye. Boom. Analyzer Junior says, do you guys play mini football from mini clip producers? It's very good. No is the answer to that, but I'll make a note and take a look. Make a note on my old-fashioned notepad. Right, there we go. First in elimination. Potentially got 4 eliminations to do, so might have enough durability to get to 50% without having to do any of the time trials. And if so, I'll leave the time trials. I'll not do the head-to-heads. I will have a go at the speed record. Now, it is Daytona. Problem with Daytona? Fastest part of the track is after the start line, so I'm going to start from way back behind the start line just to make absolute certain that I get first place. Alright, let's turn around and let's see what we can do. Oops, don't hit the wall. $140, $150, $160, $170, 180. Well, 190. Oh, still not first. Oof. So I was actually first before crossing the finish line there. So always best though just to make sure. At least on exclusive series, maybe not quite so a need to make absolutely certain on normal series. Oh. All I have to do now is just get round. Thank you to Analyzer Junior for subscribing to the channel. Very much appreciated. There we go. That is first. Very good. Thank you very much. 193.64. Ooh, did knock quite a bit of durability off there though. Ooh. So 44%, I think I need to do at least 3 races. And what I really want to be able to do is some of the shorter single lap races. So let's just have a look, see what we've got. See, Spa-Francorchamps isn't going to be one of those. There we go. Junior course at Monza, speed record. Let's give that a go. Funny that we've already done one of those with the other car. 180 miles per hour to do. Let's see what we can do. And we know we can just go flying off, which I know is a bit wrong. I know. But hey. Oh dear. Ooh. There you go. First, but again, a bit of damage up to the car, and possibly to me. There we go. First place achieved. Not so much durability used there. What are we at? 46%? 46%. And let's keep on looking for some quick races. Oh gosh, they're all big races. So we've got Mount Panorama and Spa-Francorchamps, both with head-to-heads. Oh, we've got a speed record at Melbourne. Let's give that one a go. 145 miles per hour. Now, I know some people disagree with me on this, but I think the fastest part of the track is at the end of this straight. So, I'm going to start from again, way back behind at the start line. That should just about do it. Try not to hit the wall. I don't know. See if we can get first. There we go. A lot easier when you can do it like that. First it is. All right. There we go. That's first place. Might have enough durability to do both the remaining elimination events there, you know. And if not, I can do one elimination event, right at 48%, one elimination event, and hopefully that'll be enough to get to 50%. Where was that elimination? There we go. Let's do elimination around Mount Panorama. One of the beautiful things about elimination, if you get first, it's always the same winnings and usually the same cost in terms of durability. Because it's a timed race only. There we go. Around the outside on that first corner. Should be able to get first by the end of this straight. There we go. A little bit of okay, still in first. 6 cars left in the battle, slowly but surely building my lead. 50 yards ahead now. Oh, a little bit of a skid. And again. Okay. Back down the mountain, 200 yards ahead of second, 4 cars left in the battle. Let's get those brakes on in a minute. There we go. Hopefully that's about right. If anything, it was a bit early, but that's okay. Oops. A bit of a slide there. Definitely got a podium. There we go, that is in the top 2, 200 yards ahead a second. Let's bring this home. Hopefully this will be 50%. There we go. First place. Opportunity to do another race just to make absolutely certain we're above 50%. There we go, 10 gold. I think what we'll do though, as we're at the 2-hour mark, we'll leave that series there. So that we'll come back to this car, this series, on Tuesday also. So I'm not going to do any racing, I think, in the McLaren P1 GTR today, because we're already at the 2 hour stage. But one final set of racing we'll do, which will be the McLaren 650S GT3. The series is currently at 14%, and the intention will be to get it to 25%. So to do that, I'm going to really have to be a little bit clever in terms of what I race. So tier 1, we've got head-to-head at Brands Hatch. That's a shorter track. Let's give that a go. Now you'll notice I haven't changed the colour scheme on this car, and that's because I can't. It's only got one set of colours. I'm hoping this car will be pretty much a demon around these sort of tracks. Oh yeah. Oh, obviously I've just been hit, but other than that, this car is nice and grippy. There we go. Analyzer Junior asks, which car do you have there in the UK, as in your real car? Well, this might come as a surprise. I don't own a car at this moment in time. But my last car that I owned, which was 5 years ago, so I've managed to survive the last 5 years without a car, was a Seat Ibiza, but it was the sporty model, which I can't remember its name now. So it didn't actually have a beefer on the back. It had the sporty number on the sporty name on the back. It'll come to me. It's been a while, and it was an automatic, and it had driver selectable gears on the steering wheel. It was a well cool car. But yeah, I can't remember what it was. It wasn't a normal Ibiza. It was the model that had like um it had a the completion flag, not the completion flag. When you completed a race and you got the flag, the checkered flag, it had one of those on the back of it. Pretty awesome car, nice and nippy. And you did have a speed option on it as well. So even though it was automatic, you could put it into speed so it would change the gears earlier on, or indeed you could do driver selectable gear changes. Pretty awesome car. Really did enjoy driving that car, but haven't had the need to have a car. But yeah, I like a nippy, fast little car to get you out of trouble, basically, because there's lots of crazy people on the road, unfortunately. It'll come to me what that model was. In fact, what I might have to do is look it up. Give me a second. Let me look it up. That's it. The Seat Ibiza Coupe. Yeah, lovely car. Okay, so head to head around Melbourne with the McLaren 650 SGT3. Now again, this is a big car around a very tight, small track. Not my favourite. In terms of track, I do like this car though. There we go, into first place. Just got to stay there now. With those chicanes, nice and easy with a grip on this car. Yeah, there we go. That is first place. Yay. Again, what we'll do is as soon as we're at 25%, we'll finish this particular series, and we'll probably just do a summary in the stream and let you know what's coming up during the week. 18%. Let's move on. Let's do speed record at the dynamic circuit at the Porsche test track. Not my favourite track at the Porsche test track, but as it's just a speed record, should be okay. I'm just going to go round, see what I can do. Oh dear. Got a bit of work to do here. And I have got a damaged car, making it harder. I did and ah about starting from behind the finish line, but, you know, or the start line rather. Let's go. Oh, I'm not going to do it, am I? No. What did I get? Third. I would have got first if I'd have done what I should have done. But we'll leave that as third. That's fine. It is what it is. Although we do have plenty of durability left. So you know what? Let's do that again. Let's do that again. But this time we'll do it properly, as in the way that guarantees first place. Hey. Right, let's get first. There you go. First place. Let's just get around the track now. Alright, there we go. That is first place. Analyzer Junior says McLaren remembers Ayrton Senna. Nice team. Yeah. Very good indeed. In fact, I believe there are 2 Senna cars in the game. McLaren Senna and the McLaren Senna GTR. 20%. Let's do the head-to-head at the National Circuit at Silverstone. Go. Almost in first. Never mind. Let's see if we can get him this time. There we go. There we go. First place. All right. Still got half durability left, so well on the way to getting to 25%. 22%. So you know what? Let's finish off with 2 eliminations. Let's do the elimination on tier 2 at Bugatti, the Bugatti circuit. And this should take us up to 24% so long as we win. No guarantee of that, but we'll try. Third. Oh, smashed out of the way by 4th. Did leave him plenty of room. Okay, into second, just. Back into third. Oh dear. Oh, this isn't good. Back into second at least. Let's see if we can get first. We really do need first. Oh. Okay. Into first. 4 cars left in the race. Oh. It's a bit wayward there. Oh, and again. Ooh. Bit of defending required. Make him go around the long way. Oh, and he has. Ooh. Right. There we go. Back into first. Tough race, this one. Maybe I knocked him off there because he's just like nowhere near now. There we go, first. That was a tough race. So I think that should take me up to 24%. Yeah, there we go. Nice bit of gold to be earned by this car. 25 gold. Ooh. There we go, 24%. Tier 8 elimination at Monza. Final race of this stream, hopefully, if we win and get 25%, 25 gold. Like that. Whoopsie daisy. That was a bit mean on my part. Took him out. Feel really guilty. A little bit. Okay, so we're in the lead. One might argue I shouldn't be, and I wouldn't necessarily disagree with that. Okay, 6 cars left in the race. I'm first by 150 yards. Oh, oh dear. Ah, not sure what happened there. That was definitely an error on my part. Still in the lead, only just. Podium guaranteed. I've literally wiped out my lead though. Some bad decision making there with when to brake. Okay, we're into first. Sorry, I'm in first. 2 cars left in the race. Let's bring this home. There we go. So that is the end of the car. I will service it because I feel brave enough that I've hit 25%. There we go, 25 gold. Back over 3,100. Okay, there we go. That will be the end of racing for today. So, on Monday, we will be doing the red-tailed beast. Hopefully you can join me for that. Should be fun. One of the new cars in this release. I'll be attempting to win it and thus open up the series that this car is in. And then I'll be racing that car, hopefully if I win it, on the Tuesday. Right, so that's what we've got planned for this week. So let's take the game off screen, mute its audio. Hopefully you've enjoyed this stream. If you have, if you wouldn't mind giving it a thumbs up. Thank you very much for all those that said hello in the chat. Very much appreciated. Analyzer Junior says, "You're a gentleman. Thanks for the stream and chat. You are most welcome, sir." Uh, if you if you would like to join Analyzer Junior and also enjoyed this stream, then please look to subscribe to the channel, The Fifth Guardian, on YouTube, or follow the channel, The Fifth Guardian, on Rumble. With that being said, I hope whatever is left of your day is a very good one and enjoy the rest of the weekend. And I hope to see you on Monday for Red Tailed Beast. Until then, thank you and goodbye.